Last month, a client came to us in complete panic. They'd been sending cold outreach from their main business domain without any setup or warm-up. Not only were their outreach emails going directly to spam, but now their own team couldn't communicate with existing clients. Their invoices, their project updates, even replies to customer support tickets were all landing in spam. So their entire business communication was broken because they burned their domain reputation in just 2 weeks. Today I'm going to show you the exact system we use to prevent this disaster and get 95% plus inbox delivery rates for our clients. According to recent data, 16.9% of all emails never reach the intended recipient's inbox. With the right setup, you can be in that elite group that actually reaches their prospects. What's up everyone? If you're doing cold outreach, this video could literally save your business from the nightmare I just described. I'm going to break down our proven 6-step framework that ensures your emails land in the inbox, not in the spam folder. And stick around because I'll show you exactly why we provision double the email infrastructure most people think they need. Here is the biggest mistake I see people make. They are sending outreach from their main business domain. Never ever do that, that's a no-go. Instead, you should use something that's called secondary domains. What are secondary domains? These are domains specifically created for outreach that protect your main business domain. For example, if your main domain is yourcompany.com, then your secondary domains could be something like tryyourcompany.com, getyourcompany.com, yourcompany.co or yourcompanytech.com. If a secondary domain then gets flagged, your main business domain stays clean. So you can burn through secondary domains without affecting customer or employee communication. For each of these domains, we will set up 2 to 4 email accounts, not unlimited email accounts. Why? Because if you put 20 email accounts on one domain and send thousands of emails, you'll destroy that domain's reputation instantly. Instead, each account now only sends between 30 to at most 50 emails per day. This naturally distributes the sending load, and if one account gets flagged, the others on the same domain aren't immediately affected. Tools like SmartLead or Instantly make this seamless. You can connect all those separate accounts and domains into one unified sending system, and instead of managing everything manually, these platforms rotate between your accounts automatically, so your outreach looks natural and distributed. Now that you understand why we use multiple domains with limited accounts, let's talk about setting them up correctly. And don't worry if this sounds too technical, most email providers will handle this for you, or you can also ask us and we will help you with it. Here is the technical trio you must set up. First one is SPF. This tells receiving servers which IP addresses are allowed to send emails from your domain. Second one, DKIM. This adds a digital signature to verify your emails haven't been tampered with. And last but not least, DMARC. This tells servers what to do if SPF or DKIM checks fail. When it comes to the types of email accounts we're getting, we will use a combination of SMTP and Google Workspace, and here is why. Google Workspace gives you instant domain authority because Google trusts Google, and SMTP providers give you more control over volume and customization. The mix also prevents you from being dependent on one single provider. Next important point is email warm-up, and here's where most people fail. They set up their accounts and immediately start blasting emails. That's like going from 0 to sprinting without warming up. You'll get injured. So what is email warm-up even? Email warm-up is the process of increasing the sending limit and establishing a sender's reputation for a new email account. This process includes sending a gradually increasing number of emails to avoid spam filters and build a positive reputation with email service providers. If you're using tools like SmartLead or Instantly to send your cold emails, you can automate the warm-up process. Here's what our warm-up timeline looks like. Week 1, we would recommend starting with 2 to 5 emails per day. Week 2, you can up it to 8 to 15 emails per day. And then week 3 to 4, you can scale up to 25 to 40 emails per day. And remember that email warm-up is an ongoing process. Always keep the warm-up enabled. This isn't just a one-time thing. And the reason why we keep warm-up running permanently, even after your accounts are warmed up, we continue running warm-up emails alongside your campaigns. This maintains your reputation as your cold emails naturally will have lower engagement rates. Now let me talk about something we call the 2x infrastructure strategy, and that's our secret sauce and why our clients never have downtime. We always provision double the email accounts you need. If you want to send 1,000 emails per day, we set up the infrastructure for 2,000 emails per day. So as you send cold emails, your account reputation gradually declines because cold emails have lower engagement rates than warm conversations. When an account's reputation drops, we can immediately put it back into pure warm-up mode to recover. Also, it's an instant backup. If an account gets flagged or temporarily limited, you have immediate backup accounts ready. So there's no campaign interruptions. Also, it helps with load distribution. There's better performance across all accounts when you're not maxing out each one. And another advantage, if you're ready to increase the volume, the infrastructure is already there to slowly start increasing. This redundancy is like insurance for your entire outreach operation. Next important thing to manage if you want to avoid your emails going to spam is the bounce rates, because your email list quality directly impacts your sender reputation. Here is how we ensure clean lists without invalid emails. What even are invalid emails? First, we have hard bounces. That's email addresses that don't even exist. Second, we have soft bounces. That's email addresses with temporary delivery issues. Maybe their mailbox is full or the server is down, for example. And last one is catch-all domains. These are domains that accept all email addresses, but they may not deliver them. The tools we use to verify the email addresses and make sure that our bounce rates are low are LeadMagic for a comprehensive email verification. And the second tool we use is BounceBan, specifically for catching catch-all domains that other tools miss. The targets you should keep in mind is keep your hard bounces under 2% at all costs. Ideally, it should be under 1%. If it's above 5%, you're in serious danger. So always make sure to verify your email list before uploading it to campaigns. It's much cheaper to verify the emails than to damage your sender reputation. And then finally, let's talk about the content itself. Even with a perfect technical setup, bad copy can kill your deliverability. If your copy contains one or a few spam words, it doesn't necessarily mean your email will be considered as spam. But why would you take the risk? So before sending any campaign, we run the copy through MailMeteor's spam checker tool, which is free, you can just use it, and it helps you validate your emails before sending them. It detects spam words that look unnatural, shady, overpromise, and more. I know that was a lot of input, so let me give you a step-by-step action plan. Week 1, what you gotta do is you gotta purchase secondary domains and set up 2 to 4 email accounts per domain. Configure the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, and then start the warm-up process. Week 2, you continue the warm-up, you verify your email lists using LeadMagic and BounceBan, and you can test your copy with MailMeteor. Week 3, you begin testing small test batches, 10 to 20 emails per account per day. Monitor the bounce rates and the deliverability closely. And week 4, scale gradually while maintaining warm-up. Never exceed 50 emails per account per day. And remember, as you keep your campaigns running, monitor the metrics daily, keep warm-up enabled permanently, and regularly clean your lists and rotate between accounts. If this seems like a lot to manage, you're right, it is. That's exactly why we have systemized the entire process for our clients. If you want us to handle your entire cold email campaigns as well, then you can click the link in the description below or go to sukuma.co, click the Let's Chat button, click Book My Intro Chat, and select the time slot that works for you. And if this video helped you avoid the domain reputation disaster I described in the beginning, then hit that subscribe button because we are going to share advanced email strategies like this on a weekly basis. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.